Shalom, friends. It's Rabbi Jenny Solomon here at Beth Meyer Synagogue with a Mincha moment. This week's Torah portion is Vaera. We are still in the midst of these early moments in the story of our people's liberation. Moses, our rabbi and our teacher, he goes to Bnei Israel. He goes to our people who have very little patience, it turns out, for his dreams and his hopes that we will make it to a better place. And it's understandable. The Torah teaches us that the people, because they were in a place of kotzer ruach, literally shortness of breath, small breath, narrow breath, and avodah kasha, burdensome work, difficult work, endlessly challenging, painful work, their own suffering. They did not have the capacity to imagine that things could be different. Well, Rashi, our medieval commentator, understood that when you have kotzer ruach, when you're in a place of constriction, when you're experiencing anguish, it feels impossible to draw a deep breath. And yet, I would contend that breathing deeply is perhaps one of the most impactful and important things we can do. And I know that many people in this country, as we witness this transition within our government, as we witness what's unfolding in Israel with the ceasefire, I know myself personally filled with so many feelings simultaneously. All of these places and more, even in our own lives where we may be experiencing anguish and difficulty and challenge. It is normal and it is natural, like Bnei Israel, in those moments to feel like we cannot draw a deep breath. And I think it's precisely the one thing that we can do. All of us who are living in this moment, we can notice what's happening around us and use that breath, the deepening of our breath, the elongating of our breath, even very physically, to calm us so that we can see what's happening more clearly. We can use the deepening and elongating of that breath to make space within ourselves for the many feelings that we're holding simultaneously. We can deepen and elongate that breath to pause long enough to know that while things are challenging, however you see them out in the world, we know with perspective that they won't always be this way. And then we can settle ourselves enough to know what's the next little step that we can take, each one of us and collectively, in the ways in which we organize ourselves to move forward. So that breath is precisely the thing we need, especially when we're in a place of kotzer ruach, of shortened breath, and avodah kasha, where the work before us is difficult, is to breathe. And as we continue on, and this government in America takes shape, and this ceasefire takes shape over days and weeks and months, there will be so many feelings. It'll be a roller coaster of all kinds. May we use our breath to ground us, to orient ourselves towards clear seeing, to create enough space within ourselves to imagine new possibilities, and above all, to hold ourselves in compassion. It's not easy being human. It's not easy living in these bodies. It's not easy living amidst conflict. Let us use our breath for peace. Shalom, everyone.